Hello, and welcome to Minding Your Business, a program being brought to you by the Small Business Development Center on the Buffalo State College campus. Over the past few months, we've been bringing you a series of programs about business, and you're going to especially love this one today. If you like to cook and eat, stick around. We'll be right back. Thank you for waiting around because you're going to enjoy this program. It's a real special one. I'm Clifford Bell, your host of Mind Your Business, and this is my lovely co-host, Susan McCartney. Sue, we really got something going today. We're talking about the Restaurant Institute. Come on, give me a little feel.
Oh, Clifford, the Restaurant Institute is such a dynamite program. We are entering our third year of providing this valuable training to individuals who are thinking of starting a restaurant, and also persons who may have just started a restaurant. It's very helpful. It is a very comprehensive program, runs for 6 months, and I'm so happy we're going to talk about it today.
I've been a beneficiary, rather. Can't even get my tongue together every day, Sue. I've been the beneficiary of a kind of a preview. Mm-hmm. And of course, I've been familiar with the previous programs. It is an excellent opportunity for someone who has thought about going into the restaurant business, who doesn't feel quite comfortable and think, I need a lot of more to know before I get into this. Just give me some idea for the audience's sake, not for me, what this entails kind of briefly.
Well, as you know, today we're going to be interviewing a number of people who really provide the content to the program, and they'll get into more detail about how the program works. But, you know, essentially the issue is, why we decided to do this, is that there's such a high failure rate for this very, very passionate business. People have to have passion they do have passion who go into the Restaurant Institute, but so often they're disappointed by the various challenges that come up along the way. So we feel that, especially now that we're going into our third year, we do address almost any issue that you could have in operating your own locally owned restaurant in Western New York. So we really take it down so that people are informed and confident and will have a much greater chance of succeeding at owning their own restaurant.
You know, it's amazing that we all know that preparation is the key to success.
It is.
And it's amazing how people, if they plan to take a trip, will make all kinds of arrangements to take a trip. They'll stop the newspaper, they'll stop the milk, they'll stop the mail, they'll fill up their car, they'll get a triptych. And this is to take one trip for a weekend to Chicago. Yeah. And yet they wouldn't take the same precautions and preparation to take something that's going to affect them the rest of their life.
Yes.
Now here's an opportunity to get the kinds of information that will gear you to be prepared for success in a very difficult and challenging business.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, we believe that we have put together a very comprehensive program. It is based here at Buffalo State College. One of our participants this morning, she is going to be discussing how after we finish the training on campus, we take it out into the community. So they meet a lot of people that are going to help them succeed.
The staff that is doing the instruction on a lot of this, other than having the opportunity to go to existing successful businesses, are professionals who have been tried and true.
Yep.
Because it's not like they're going to have someone instructing this class that just got out of school and hasn't been anywhere. These professors and these other people that will be instructing are the consummate of perfection.
They are.
And what they have to share is so valuable that it would just be unbelievable that someone wouldn't take advantage of it.
I agree. And Clifford, as a result of the program, an individual will have a business plan. They will be exposed to funding opportunities. They're going to be looking at things such as location analysis. It's a complete program that offers an individual so much information for beginning, expanding, developing a restaurant. Even an individual who may be running a relatively small, locally owned restaurant who's thinking of having many locations. I mean, you know, that's a lot of added complication. They too would benefit from this intense program that we provide.
Yeah, one of the key features is that the expertise that you would learn from this can fit any given situation. It's not as though you don't need to know what you're going to be instructed, because whether you're running, like I said, a hot dog stand or a 4-star restaurant, there are some fundamental things that you need to know. And these professors that teach this course have been there, they've been successful, and can tell you just what you need to know. That's what's so important about it.
Absolutely.
Now, is it a cost to this program? Or
well, we consider it a very, very reasonable educational opportunity, especially given the resources, the travel, the number of people that they meet. The price is subsidized by Buffalo State College, but we are still need to charge about $1,000 for this program. It would be the equivalent of 3 college courses. So there's nowhere where you're going to find something for this price.
Listen, at today's prices, $1,000 would be a bargain under any conditions.
Sure.
And with what they're going to get in this school, in the Restaurant Institute, it is like an investment for the rest of your life.
It is.
It can even prepare you in such a way that you might decide, after learning as much information that's going to be taught to you, that now is not quite the time for you to open. You've already saved and made $1,000. So what we're going to do is we're going to break away now, and we're going to show some of those people that are involved in this program, and then we'll be right back. Now here's something you've been waiting for. We have 2 people that we're going to be talking to in the next few minutes who play a major role in the Restaurant Institute. One is Steve Burgesson, who's a professor in the Tourism and Hospitality Department of Buffalo State College, who has a tremendous background as a top chef in many outstanding restaurant situations. The other would be Kathleen O'Brien, who's the director of the Campus House, who is also a professor in the Hospitality and Tourism section. And these 2 people know what they're talking about, so stay tuned and you're going to learn some valuable information. We'll be right back.
Steve, you are a very exciting part of the Restaurant Institute, and you really frame it. You're the beginning of the program, the 2-week boot camp, and you're the end of the boot camp. The beginning is very intensive and comprehensive. Tell us a little bit about what you cover at the beginning of the boot camp for the Restaurant Institute.
I love to see our incoming students, our clients, and turn them on to what they need to think about to run a good restaurant. It's the products. Do they plan on making their food from scratch? Are they going to make grandma's tomato sauce recipe? Do they have their dad's grilled pork chops they want to do? And then I talk to them about portion sizes and how much of the prep they want to do. Do they need a chef that can do upscale food, or do they want to be the chef in the kitchen? So I get them thinking about their menu. The menu is the central focus of what they do, and by the end of the restaurant time, we have them in the kitchen cooking. It's really fun. It's exciting.
You know, Steve, I've had the pleasure of seeing this segment of the boot camp. It is dynamite, and you're very energetic, and you also utilize technology. A guy who almost doesn't need technology because you really keep people psyched. So how do you integrate that into the training?
Well, I start out with PowerPoint lectures, and we have slides on the wall, pictures of menus, and a list of trends and things that people should be thinking about, their menu layout. We talk about how you judge which items on your menu are important to highlight. Are you a prime rib place? Are you a soul food restaurant? Are you a caterer? And how you want to highlight what you do best. So I get them, we show them pictures, and I have a list of trends, things that are changing, things that are happening, locavore, local products and fresh ingredients. And it's exciting to talk about what they need to think about, because sometimes they have ideas, but they need the experience of people that have been in the kitchen, work with the products to understand what they need to think about. Menu, how the menu is the core of what you do.
Now, on the last day, you have an amazing operation that takes place right here in the campus house. Mm-hmm. How does that shake out?
Well, we have a menu for that day, and we have the students play a role in the kitchen. Some choose, and they can decide if they would like more experience with food, or if they want more experience with the front of the house, table setting, service, how to greet the table, that kind of thing. So we make the food from scratch. We prepare it right here in this kitchen, and some of the students choose to be servers, and they serve themselves. They serve each other. So they get a real intense feeling of what it's like to be in a kitchen, make the food, serve the food, and the final product is there.
It is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's fun for us too.
I just love it.
Fun for us too.
Just a little bit about your background. Mm-hmm. You are, of course, a professor here at Buffalo State College. but you know all this, you know everything. I mean, you can cook anything. So where did you learn your culinary
Well, I've been in
skills?
several places. Brookfield Country Club for 5 years. That was a great place. A couple of years as the kitchen manager as Hilton and Justine's went to Adams Mark and Deco. I got a sense of corporate and hotel food service. I've catered with friends. I've done my own catering. I even cater with students here on campus. I really tried to get a wide experience. Worked in business and industry like a cafeteria, and you can learn so much everywhere. I try to be very open-minded. You can always learn, and you never know it all. There's so much. The more you know you don't know. So
Right.
I'm always willing to share and get information wherever I can.
Great, thank you. I can't
Very
wait
welcome.
till the next boot camp. Thanks a
We'll
lot,
eat well.
Steve. Thank you. Kathleen, this is your third year to be coordinating
is.
the boot camp,
Yes.
the launch, the first 2 weeks of the Restaurant Institute.
That's right.
And I'd love to have you describe the philosophy and the strategy
Oh,
to the
great.
boot camp.
Well, thank you, Sue, for asking me to do that. We have about 9 days of courses and classes in a very dynamic environment. We start out with an orientation, and then we follow it with all kinds of seminars, lectures, workshops, and site visits to places, all very relevant to the entrepreneur and the person who wants to open their own restaurant.
No, it's just such a perfect program. Now, I know that you start by beginning at looking at their menu concept,
right.
isn't that right?
Yep, that's exactly right. We've formulated a plan for this 9 days, and we start with the product. We call it product, but basically what it does turn out to be is menu design, menu development, where we initiate a lot of discussion about the concept of the owner's restaurant. What do they want to be, and how do they want to do it? So there's a lot of creativity flowing. That's where Steve gets involved with the food and concepts about the menu, as well as purchasing. So this is where we get to be pretty concrete about what you are going to need to make this menu come to life in your restaurant.
You know what I love too, Kathleen, is how effectively utilize all the resources here at Buffalo State College. Where you're at the campus house, you also utilize I remember you took your students to a computer lab too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, this
is
is a great situation for anybody coming in from the community to see the campus at Buffalo State College. We are over at the Butler Library in a computer lab over there, working, doing research, as well as our Statler Foundation computer lab in our department office and building in Caudell Hall. And then finally over here at Campus House, where we actually have the setting of a fine dining facility, and where we are able to feel all aspects of the restaurant, including decor, furnishings, the white tablecloths, the china, the glass, the silver, the products on the shelf.
I don't know if you're ready for this, Kathleen, but do you know the dates of the January program 2010?
We do.
Do you know that? Okay.
January 4th
Okay.
to the 15th.
Oh, good.
So again, after 1 day of an orientation and a welcome, we actually have about 9 days where we put our curriculum design to work.
Good. So the students come here to the campus, and if I recall, it works out perfectly because the regular day students are not here during that time.
That's exactly right. There's a lot of great features about the time. You know, obviously it's January. There's plenty of places to park. Our facilities are open and available to our entrepreneurs.
Yes.
And obviously our faculty partners, our team is very ready to go. It's a great situation.
It's good. And now another thing I want to mention is you and I had the opportunity to be in the planning for the Restaurant Institute. And one of the things that your team discovered was that this type of training for people in the industry is best conducted in January and then on Mondays. Wasn't that what you
That's right.
You found
That's right.
that out?
Well, we did.
Yes.
Because we work closely with our advisory board,
Yes.
and we do a lot of events here as part of our program with our undergraduate population. We recognize that just in the industry, a Monday is a kind of a down day. It's a quiet day.
Good.
So we are able to offer those programs throughout Mondays. And we know January, obviously, is fairly quiet in terms of after the holidays. Our restaurant owners are kind of quiet and willing and able to be partners with us in the curriculum and the education.
It's excellent. One last thing, just we very briefly name 2 or 3 of the sites that you visit.
Oh, I'm glad you asked.
Yes.
Well, one of our most valuable sites is the Buffalo Hotel Supply Group, and that is that's a 3-hour seminar and a hands-on learning all about equipment
Yes.
and furnishings, and even the services that a restaurant owner might need if renovating a property or designing one from scratch.
Wow, great.
Yeah, so
That's fabulous. That's so good,
Yes,
Kathleen.
great.
So thank you very
well,
much.
I appreciate being here.
Yeah, good. I can't wait till January.
We look forward to the class of 2010.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I guess by now you must think this is family day, because normally we don't have these many interviews, but because this program is so important, we want to make sure that you get an opportunity to hear from all those people who played an important role. One of my colleagues is on it, who is Cindy Thomason, who is a senior advisor in the Small Business Development Center. And then we have Rebecca Dowsey, who's the chair of the Hospitality and Tourism Department at Buffalo State College. These are 2 more important people who at some time during this program you will see and hear from. Let's hear from them now. We'll be right back.
Cindy Thomason, my buddy at the Small Business Development Center and colleague. You are the coordinator of the Progressive Mondays
Yes.
for the Restaurant Institute. This is year 3. And is year 3 going to be as exciting as year 1 and year 2?
Oh, absolutely. We have so many tremendous people on board for this Progressive Mondays section of our Restaurant Institute program. It's just incredible. As an example of some of the people that we get to go see, we go to Ilio DiPaolo's, we go to Curly's, we go to the Rue Franklin, we go to the pizza plant, we go to Second Cup downtown. So we get, and that's just a few of the people who help us out and participate in our program. There are 8 Progressive Mondays altogether, and we do try to get a variety. So we span the whole gamut of the restaurant or restaurant type of experience, so that no matter what kind of restaurant you're planning, whether it's upscale or more casual like a coffee shop, you can see these people in action. They give you a tour. They also give you all the benefit of their experience in terms of starting their restaurant, and they talk about, this is important, the things that they have not done well at, the failures that they have experienced along the road to their successes. And as a former restaurateur, I can tell you that that's extremely difficult to talk about. You would like to be able to say, oh, no, I did everything perfect from the start. Never happens, though, in any business probably, but especially in a restaurant business. So these people will answer questions and give you the benefit of what they did that were mistakes, so that you can hopefully learn from that and not repeat those mistakes in your own business.
You know, Cindy, you've put together what I call the legends of Buffalo and Western New York's restaurant industry. I mean, so many of them have 30 years of experience.
They do.
I mean, it's interesting, like Joel Lippies, who runs the Rue Franklin, to take the time and for people to experience his expertise, 30 years in that business. Ilio DiPaolo's, where Dennis gives you the tour and the information. He grew up in the industry.
Exactly.
It's amazing. You know, his father started the restaurant, and then it's a family-owned business, so you get that whole feel. And Bob Syracuse at his location for Pizza Planet. I mean, it is just so fantastic. I mean, first of all, they have the boot camp for the 2 weeks, which they love, and then this is that how do you do it? Every other Monday?
Every other Monday from 9 until noon. And we have just, once again, all these generous, kind people that participate in the program with all the benefit of this wonderful experience. And we bring in all the boot camp training, such as we talk about cost controls, which, as you know, I teach over in the hospitality department. And it's a huge part of the restaurant business. So we try to bring that in, as well as all the management stuff that, of course, Rebecca and Kathleen are so good with. It's just a great, great program. And I think the Progressive Mondays set it apart as something very unique in any kind of restaurant training.
Cindy, you do a fabulous job on the
you.
Progressive Mondays. I just
Thank you.
love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sue.
Rebecca, how are you?
Sue, very well. How are you?
Great, thank you. We've been talking about the Restaurant Institute, and I'd like you to share with us a little bit about the collaboration here at Buffalo State College.
Okay, well, the Restaurant Institute was developed through a collaboration with Buffalo State College Small Business Development Center, the Hospitality and Tourism Department, and with tremendous support from our research foundation. Small business found that a lot of their clientele were interested in opening and operating businesses on their own. So they approached and partnered with the Hospitality and Tourism Department here on campus under the direction of Dr. Kevin Mulcahy, who was the chair at the time, and he's now the dean for the School of Professions. Huge supporter in the Restaurant Institute.
I think it's very good you mentioned that because he's been a really guiding light
Oh, yes.
and has really helped all the parties to, as you say,
Yes.
collaborate.
To collaborate, and we spent about a year and a half really researching why restaurants fail, identifying the key components to ensure success, and our faculty put an excellent curriculum together with the help of some of our community partners, restaurateurs, and we created this exceptional cutting-edge program that we're so extremely proud of.
No, it is just fantastic.
Yes, it is.
Now, you know what? We're in this beautiful facility.
Yes.
We're there right now
Yeah.
in the campus
Campus
house.
house, yes.
Why don't you describe a little bit about this place?
Well, we are so proud of Campus House. It is really the jewel of the college and the department. We run Campus House as a state-of-the-art learning and teaching facility for the students in the Hospitality and Tourism program. It's also a social club for college community members, faculty, staff, alumni, and friends of the college. We offer upscale dining in this nice, relaxed atmosphere. We also have meeting facilities for our members. Our students take 2 of the required courses in the program right here. They learn through an innovative, hands-on teaching research laboratory. And
great.
they create their own menus, original menus. They learn to manage and market the club. And some of them actually take part in some research that's hospitality and tourism related.
It's excellent. Our surveys after the last 2 classes for the Restaurant Institute, they said utilizing the campus house was fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's a perfect venue for the
is.
boot camp we run through here.
It's really
they get
good.
to see what it's like, and they learn so much, and we just love it. We think it's perfect for the
It
Restaurant
is.
Institute.
And what a nice place to be in January.
Oh, of
Ken,
course.
you just can't beat it.
I know, it's wonderful.
Definitely. So we're glad that you, as chair, and your entire department is so helpful at making the Restaurant Institute
yes.
a super success.
It is. It's an extraordinary program, and we're really proud of your part of it.
Good. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Rebecca.
too. It's great to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, Sue McCartney, this has been one of our best programs. I think it's because we've had so many beautiful people on playing such a fundamental role in this Restaurant Institute.
Absolutely.
Just to give people some kind of idea what they can expect to do.
Can you believe the talent? I mean, they're
Unbelievable.
amazing. Steve and Kathleen, Rebecca and Cindy. I mean, they're all.
You could not get a better combination.
They have years of experience. And they frame the program, help do the education, and then in addition to that, on the Progressive Mondays, which Ms. Thomason spoke about, every session includes a lecturer. There's someone who's going to come in and discuss about business planning,
Exactly.
financial issues, how to do their
Menus,
cash flow, all sorts of
Hospitality, how to treat people, what
it's-
to do.
It is really
Every
outstanding.
facet, isn't it amazing? Then they get to visit many of the existing professional restaurateurs' places.
Yes, which
you get
Cindy-
a chance to see food being prepared
Yes.
and how to be served. You know, I'm thinking now about getting one of those tall white hats and becoming the chef myself.
I know,
All I can cook
I
is
know.
hot dogs. But I do know one thing. I know that if people really want to do this, the $1,000 fee that's being expected to pay is a fee that is not cut in stone. Certainly, we would like to get all the money at one time.
Sure.
But if for some reason you have an idea that you can do this and you want some kind of a payment plan and you're really sincere, we can make arrangements for you. But this has to be done in a personal contact with you, Sue.
Right. Well, for that matter, Mr. Bell, I would recommend that anyone who's interested in the program, they're watching this program and they say, wow, I'm kind of interested. I highly recommend they call our center. We can talk. I'm happy to speak to them on the phone
That's
for
right.
as long as they would like. Or they could come into the center, or we could meet at a coffee shop, whatever they would
Yeah, and sit
prefer.
down and talk with them
And I
personally.
will sit down and discuss the opportunities. Also, I will help them determine if this is really the right plan. If I think that this isn't going to work for them at this time, I will let them know, because we really want the right people in the program. Also, we already have people enrolled. So I'm sorry, I don't know, I didn't tell you that yet.
There's a limit of 12 people
There's
altogether
a limit
that
of
will be
12,
accepted.
and we do have people enrolled. So there's a limited number of seats. So I would recommend that, again, if a person is interested, or you're watching the program and you know someone who's thinking of starting a restaurant, what you could recommend is that they give me a call at the Small Business Development Center.
And
There's
that's
no charge, no obligation to call.
Make sure they know now. It's 878-4030. Susan McCartney. Now, you know the importance of this? You just said the magic word. They get an opportunity to speak with you in advance of making any commitment to this program.
Absolutely.
Normally, when you go to something like this, all they want to know is get your name on the line and get the $1,000. And if you show up or not, it really doesn't matter. But what you're giving them an opportunity to analyze their own personal situation. And based on your conversation with them, they'll be much more comfortable going into this program with the modicum of success as a result in. Now, you can't beat that, folks. Normally, when you sign that dotted line, all they want to do is get your money. We want to talk with you. We have a personal interest in you and your future. Because if we help you, we're helping your family and some people with whom you're going to be associated. So, Sue McCartney is the magic name. 878-4030 is the magic number. Be sure that you make this contact. We don't want you to miss this opportunity, because this only happens once a year.
Yes, that's right.
And we've had successful classes before. We've had some successful people that attended these programs. So, Sue, tell them once again what to do in order to get on this line.
The very best thing, give us a call. Thank you so much.
That's right. At
Yes.
878-4030, Small Business Development Center, a member of the School of the Professions. We welcome an opportunity to serve you. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.